You feel me? Yeah. You feel me? Nah, that's real. Keep it on West Coast, cause I feel like we cats don't show us the love out here. Dago, putting on for the town. Tell me about it.
him so much. Him so much. Open your eyes.
Yeah.
Having to wait for the next episode for a month and a half.
And we're waiting for the next episode. Yeah, some of the content creators, they actually were getting pissed at Wizards of the Coast because whenever a Stranger Things season comes out, D&D like just skyrockets in like, eyes on. But Wizards of the Coast doesn't actually do anything with it. Like this time they like the only thing they did was they had one video on their YouTube channel about who is Vecna, but they didn't put out any material. They didn't, do anything to like sell to anybody. They didn't try.
A little bit. They ran a one shot with the stars.
But they weren't selling anything.
They should honestly just release a Stranger Things
They did.
Did they?
Yep.
Yes.
Like a book?
Yes.
No.
It's a adventure-ish thing.
Yeah, I mean like a book, like a the kinds of books
They
that
did.
people
It's called
actually...
AD&D.
Got him.
Which was featured prominently in the first episode of the season.
Mhm.
They had the book, the original AD&D book was on display.
And it's pure AD&D, none of this bullshit second edition AD&D.
I mean, like a Stranger Things branded though. AD&D is not Stranger Things branded.
No, we're saying there was a string.
Adventure, yes. I'm saying book, like a source book, not a.
I don't think
Adventure.
it wouldn't make sense.
It's
in my
called Kids on
mind.
Bikes.
Yeah, it would be. It's kids on bikes. It would be kids on.
Also, I just love the fact that one of the B or C plots in this first episode was D&D scheduling conflicts.
That's
The
good because
greatest
they'd kind
killer of
of-
any campaign.
Yeah.
They'd kind of gotten away from it in the like second and third season. They were just like, oh yeah, we're too old for D&D now.
Well, they still had at least
It wasn't
it
as
was
prominent to the
explicit.
plot.
Second and third was all
Yeah.
Mind Flayer stuff. Mind Flayer in the Upside Down or Mind Flayer in the Abyss, and then Mind Flayer manifesting itself as a giant rat creature.
I don't remember the second season that well, except for kind of the overall plot. But the third season, I liked it quite a bit.
The second season was mostly setting up for the third. It felt like.
Yeah, they were looking for what's his name the whole second season. He was in the Upside Down the entire time, right? No, was that
No, first season. That was
Oh,
first,
it was him
first
coming
season.
back. It was him coming back and like having like freaking out after having been kidnapped and like seeing visions. Like
And
that.
Samwise
There was all
Gamgee
the-
was
there was all the
involved and-
there was all the tunnels underneath that were all underneath like connecting farmlands.
I would say, without spoiling anything on the fourth season for who hasn't started it, because I'm again one episode in, the '80s tropes are in full swing.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fantastic. I love it. They're going unabashedly like, remember this from the '80s? Well, here you go.
Yeah, I don't remember anything from the 80s.
I have vague recollections.
Look, we get it. You're a baby.
You're all
Oh, that's right. We've been all the pictures of the campaign for you has been linked. You can jump into that one. So the baby or
The baby,
words
the
hard.
dungeon
I'm
baby.
saying we found CW3 found the puppies.
Yeah, I was given a review copy of Dungeon Babies where you play D&D as babies. You go on normal adventures. It's just that you're a baby. Like as you can see that picture, you're fighting like hordes of monsters and stuff. It's like, yeah, but you're a baby.
Neon, for the last time, I'm over 40. Okay, I'm not 40 anymore.
Ancient.
I'm over being 40.
I don't remember how to do this smart AoE.
Give it to a wizard.
Smart wizard AoE. Good jokes. Good jokes.
Top tier.
Yep.
10 to 10.
Aaron was right.
Let me go back through my. Oh my god, my conspiracy log is actually really long.
Okay, we'll get started. So last time we concentrated on getting into the tower itself. So that was the main goal of last little session, was going through the right of the arcane octad to reach the interior of the. Whoa, that's bright. Reach the interior of the spire of Eriolarthus, the former or current, depending on how you look at it, leader of the Grand Master Mage of the city of Yithrin. Lost civilization of Netheril. You all completed the Rite of the Arcane Octad, learning some secrets about each other, divulging some secrets, learning some secrets, and leaving Zero, your doppelganger buddy, behind to take watch. You entered the spire and immediately were shot upwards into the interior, going up the long archway to the main entrance, where you promptly blew up the gate guard. Well, more specifically, dropped water on his face and decided to kill him outright right there. Afterwards, you entered into what looked like a giant ballroom filled with dancing guests. You can immediately tell that this was some sort of illusion or sort of facsimile, but couldn't figure out what the heck was making it. Polra, with her blind vision, or her blind sight, was able to see three strange objects, the outlines of them mainly, on the ceiling. So she jumped up and grabbed onto these cylindrical-like objects, trying to figure out what the hell it was. The rest of the folks on the ground interacted with the guests, with these courtesans, and ate some weird staticky tasting snacks, drank some weird staticky tasting champagne and other treats, and had conversations with these bourgeois bitches. Both Crix attempted to dispel magic on the area. While that it did not take hold, Thad took initiative and also dispelled magic, finally breaking the illusion spell that was placed upon this ballroom. Doing so revealed an icy, dead tomb of a ballroom and 3 brains floating in liquid-filled jars that angrily and spookily yelled at all of you as you had disturbed their reverie. They attacked, but didn't get to do much, and as you all beat the ever-living shit out of the brains, Thad actually shot his gun for the first time, hitting the target, which accomplishment itself. And as the dust fell, you heard the sounds of clomping feet as a large helmed horror entered the room, or a large suit of armor with a brain jar attached to its head. The robotic creature addressed you all, introducing themselves as Veneranda, an archmage of a former archmage, or a former Netherese wizard, who has extracted their own brain, now is walking around piloting a helmed horror, or a suit of armor. She had a proposition for you all, and decided to bring you, and asked if you would hear her out as she brings you into her laboratory. That is where we start now. In Dexter's lab, as Veneranda turns around and basically looks at you all in her lab, which is quite gruesome to look at. As you enter here, your nostrils are assailed by the smell of strange caustic chemicals, the lingering iron smell of blood or something similar, as well as strange fizzing and popping jars of liquids and goops, as the place is a literal mad scientist.
Neat.
So, turns and the human brain kind of floats for a moment there, seemingly almost addressing you all as she kind of takes in, observes the room through whatever senses they have. She says,
I have a proposition for you all. I have been trapped inside of this tomb of a city for so long, and have not figured out how to, well, fix whatever that idiot Eriolarthus has done. I do not know why this city crashed, but I do have a solution. Yithrin was a glorious city, and I just wish to return it to that past glory. Would you help me?
What would that entail?
Oh, it's quite simple. You see, I do believe that there is a object that was brought into the city some time ago. But, upon inspection, I've seen that it is damaged at this point. Have you traveled around the city of Yithrin?
We've seen some places.
Have you encountered a strange obelisk?
Oh, but what?
Obelisk, tall, pointy object.
I think we broke one.
Did you break one, or was it broken when you found it?
No further questions.
It was broken when we found it.
Well, that obelisk is the key to bringing back Yithrin to the skies. You see, I've studied it a bit, and I feel that some of you...
she looks over to you, Hyrokin, and some of the other casters in the room, sensing the magic among you.
I believe that you may have noticed that there was a 9th rune etched into that obelisk.
We may have, yes.
The lost art of chronomancy.
Yes.
If we can fix this obelisk and repair the damage, we can activate it, and it will turn back time, bringing us back to the glorious days of Yithrin's skyward journeys.
Thad's eyes just go wide. Time travel.
Wait, when you say time, do you mean like there's a bubble of time that goes back, or everything?
I will admit that I do not fully understand how this artifact works. Interestingly, it is from a time far before the Netherese were in power. By the way, the other cities, do they still float above, ruling from the skies?
The civilization is
Yes,
long
yes, they.
forgotten.
No.
She looks, the brain looks back and forth between Crix and Thad. She assesses
Thad,
the
what
situation.
do we gain from lying here?
Sorry, what? I can hear what.
Saying don't tell fibs.
I said, I said, what do we gain from lying?
I'm not lying.
Thad, please.
Yes. Of course, if you look at me, I'm just like shifty-eyed, like, yep, totally. Anyways, carry on.
Yes, the civilization is pretty much only known about through the means of scholars. It's not even common knowledge at this point.
So, the Netherese society is extinct?
Woodsky, it's not a. There aren't many survivors left.
I mean, the fact that you are still here means that it's not entirely extinct.
And 0.
And for all we know, other cities crashed from the sky and went into hiding and are still active underground or something.
They must be very patient if that's what they're doing.
One
So
can
many
have
years.
hope, can't they? If I was able to survive all this time, that is true. Maybe others like me transferred their sentience to a more, well...
She gestures to the armor the armor gestures to itself.
How, if you do not mind me asking, have you managed to maintain your sanity the whole time you've been stuck down here?
Through copious amounts of studying, traveling around this tomb of a city, watching Larthus putter about, watch him slowly become a shriveled wreck of the wizard that he used to be. All that's left of him is his head. Well, that's putting it a little bit generously. His skull.
So what you're saying is you've survived out of spite.
I am determined, if anything. That is my strongest quality.
Would you describe this skull as large and glowy and floating above the city?
Same size as a human skull, I would say, but yes, large and glowy does adequately describe Larthus.
I mean, even.
I believe we saw him earlier then.
Mm-hmm.
Also, during this conversation, do I get any sense from my tingling conspiracy sense that this entity is still sane, or is it just on, like, telling me it is?
Give me an insight check.
All right. Insight. Fat 10.
It's hard to tell, especially since there's no real fate. Like, all you're getting is just the monotone robotic voice coming out of this. It's not even coming out of the face of this thing. It's just coming out of like a speaker box, like on the chest. So it is very hard to tell at all. They
Truth to
are-
be saying or not.
Yes, correct.
How wrinkly is this brain?
Yeah.
It's pretty big, just from like quick observation. It looks different than the brains that were in the other room. The other room, those brains were kind of were laced with like black veins. Looked like they had something wrong with them, to be blunt. This one
They were
seems
very
healthy,
smooth.
if not like a well exercised brain, if that makes sense. It's been keeping healthy, as healthy as a brain in a jar can be.
Mm-hmm.
Smooth brains versus wrinkled brains. Got it.
Yep.
So, speaking of this goal and your goals of this obelisk,
Attaboy, Thad.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that you would have done this a long time ago had you actually been able to reach it. Is your Larthus preventing you from exercising this plan?
There are specific wards on this tower that even I cannot pass through in my current state. Yes, he hides within his study chambers in the peak of this tower, only emerging with his transformed servants to observe the city and stalk around. I have seen you all from this window.
She gestures outside. There's a window here that looks down upon the rest of the city of Yithrin.
Stalker.
You see anything?
What was that?
How do you see anything? She's staring, as Cora is staring like right at the jar.
With no eyes.
Yep.
There's a quick beep. There's a quick beep boop as you feel yourself kind of like being. You feel a pinprickly feeling, and you all kind of see just like in the haze and the steam coming from some of the beakers in the room. You see little lines of like infrared, basically scanner.
One does not need eyes to see, as I think you can attest to.
Gestures to Cora.
That's like, got him.
Cora punches Thad in the arm.
Ow. I probably deserve that.
Yeah.
Never getting a punch fight with a monk.
So what would your goal be once you had this crash city back in its, I don't know, own time, our time, floating, flying, whatever? Considering the uncertainties you already seem to know or don't know, what is your main plan?
Main goal here, as I said, return Ithrin to its power, its glory. However, you're right, my studious half-orc friend here. I do need to find out why this city crashed to the ground. What caused us to plummet from the sky so suddenly?
It's probably magic.
If I had to guess, it had to do with something of fucking with the will of the gods.
I can't remember if we learned it in character or if it was out of character for the. Thought I was
the
trying
history.
to cast like a 10th
So-
level spell or something.
Yeah. So here's the interesting thing, and this is actually important. Throughout your travels here, I'd say those who had been looking at the different dates and times of things, maybe just through, I would say, just through this conversation with Veneranda, you now learn the fall of the city of Yithrin was 4 years before the fall of the rest of the Netherese Empire.
Oh.
Oh, big yikes, dog.
Hence why she hadn't heard of any other cities falling.
Correct.
Yep. I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
that's awkward as shit.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the one that would actually probably know that is Hyrokin, and the rest of us probably maybe picked up on it, but
Yeah, so
I don't
Hyrokin,
have
you
confidence
definitely
for
pick up
it.
on the fact that she
Sure.
mentioned some dates and like things like that, and yes, it's kind of out of whack in terms of when you know that the rest of the Netherese cities fell.
I would relate, just to help let everyone, based on the, if you would go could be so bold as to say, the rings on the logs on the trees here you know, you haven't learned about the fall of the other cities because yours was the first by a couple years.
There's a quick pause. You can tell the brain, like one of the wrinkles in the brain throbs for a second, thinking.
So, what caused the others to be destroyed?
They tried to take on the role of gods and were
My-
punished for their hubris.
Oh no, my money's still on the Illuminati.
Also, every time Chuckles speaks, we hear it through Scuzz's mic.
Yeah, that's weird. I hear that too.
And it's specifically you, weirdly.
I do not know.
It's my. I mean, it also is because I. Oh, yeah, I know why. I'll give it a quick fix.
It's Illuminati.
It is the.
Absolutely.
I just need
That
to
was
turn
the
down
most-
my. I need to turn down my sensitivity. Okay. By turn up, I mean, or turn down, whatever it might be. Okay. She looks at you as you explain this. And there's a brief moment of contemplation, and she says,
I had heard of other cities of the Netherese where there were wizards who were conspiring to attempt magics that was beyond what anybody had ever attempted before. Are you saying that this backfired?
From what we know, yes.
Something about the magic of the world being disrupted, or again, I don't know if it's exactly what has been told. I think there's more to it than that, but the end result is the same. The cities have crashed and everything's gone.
The weave.
The weave of the world.
Oh, yeah, that rings a bell.
It was torn.
Needed a big old sewing kit for that one.
Well, that is extremely unfortunate.
you can tell the entity takes a moment to think.
Well, we certainly did not attempt any sort of casting of that type while Yithrin was aloft. Something else caused our crash. It seemed like nearly everything stopped working. It was sudden, out of nowhere. All magic within the city ceased to function, and we fell.
As if maybe somebody was courting the magic to maybe become some form of immortal undead being.
If you are thinking it is my doing, no, it is not.
No, not yours. But there is a suspiciously alive skull that's
I don't
roaming
think
around.
skulls are ever alive.
No.
Suspiciously undead skull.
There was an artifact that we brought into the city not too long before the disaster happened. We were investigating an ancient civilization of magic-using giants, far in the north of Faerun. Uriel Larthus brought it aboard Yithrin, but I didn't get a chance to ever take a look at it. It's stored further in his domain above.
So we need to take a look at that.
Do you have any idea to the nature of this artifact?
She contemplates for a moment.
Strange stone of some sort. Something that thrummed with magic, that was filled with it. As I said, I didn't get too much of a chance to inspect it or take a look at it. Ariel Arthas took it back to his domain, and him and his 8 decided to take a look and try to, yes, experiment with it.
Is 8? Is that related to the different schools of magic?
Yes, the 8 High Wizards of Yithrin. Related to all 8 schools of magic, indeed. I'm sure you must have traveled to their towers in order to find the right of the Arcane Octad to even enter this place. It's impressive.
Yep. So I'm a little lost on your suggestion at this point. Well, no, 2 parts to this. One is you have some idea of how to use that obelisk to do something to the city to make it work again. But there's also the nature of what caused a city to crash we do not know, and that is related to this unknown artifact. Seems like 2 paths are in front of us. Which is your... If you were to suggest one sort of action, which of those 2 would you do?
You need to find and get Larthus's staff. That I know is the key to activating that obelisk outside of the spire.
Now, if we were to help you with this, is there any guarantee that the world outside of this place would survive?
It doesn't matter. I don't
Hold
think
up.
any of us
Some
really
of
have all
us
too much.
have careers we want to get back to.
Yeah,
A
I,
career you plagiarize to get into.
Yeah, so what?
You could
Oh,
go
well,
back
like,
and
break
get
some
another
eggs.
chance.
also, I live in that world. Like, I like living,
That has a tribe
sort of.
ish.
Mm.
Bunch of Italian. Gotta get
All
back
I'm
to the.
saying is there isn't much outside of here that the most of us are
Well, I
looking
still
forward
have
to.
a mission that I've been sent upon, and I'm not going to
I don't
abandon
think
it.
really time changes that for you. You do follow a god, yes?
I don't know if his plans for me are needed now or in the past. I'm pretty sure if it was in the past, I wouldn't be needed now.
I would
But if you
assume you'd be told if he had any respect for you.
and if you tried to go to the past and he was like, no, then he would be all, I'm going to stop you. So if he doesn't stop you, 1, it either means he wants you to go to the past, or 2, he is not all powerful or all knowing.
I think you overestimate the... How do I put this? Interference the gods have in the world.
Well, shit, then you don't have to worry about it.
I mean, gods do have an influence. I mean, are you familiar with clerics?
I'm familiar, yes.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Yeah. Some busted. I mean, some very powerful things manifest themselves from, their vessels. To say they don't have a stake in the world,
I'm not
both
saying
the
they
divine
don't.
and the infernal, would be.
I'm saying that it's overestimated.
And Kairoku kind of gesture at the crashed city all around. Is like, I don't think so. They clearly.
Either way, sounds like we're gonna have to find ourselves this staff before we even have this option. And that gives you plenty of time to try to commune with your god and ask for permission and or forgiveness.
If he
Point
deems it
being,
fit to answer.
Just ask for forgiveness. do fun shit.
I don't think going to the past would be fun. There's no guarantee that we would even survive a trip to the past.
Guarantee we will survive this trip.
Are you saying that safety's not guaranteed and we must bring our own weapons?
I'm saying that it's foolhardy to go into such an endeavor without understanding the risks.
Man, that reference really fall on deaf ears. Fuck.
What do? The other thing, though, I don't need you all to activate this obelisk. If you do not want to be a part of this and returning Yithrin to its former glory, you are more than welcome to leave.
But
There's
my
no
point
guarantee
is
it's self-contained.
exactly that. Yes.
What if we
if it
do
were
like a
to set the
test?
whole course of the world back, I would not be one to promote that idea.
There's also questions if we would go back with it or it just a general run back. In the latter case, doesn't matter.
I feel like we're discussing very unknown hypotheticals with someone who has been spending millennia, or at least centuries, pondering this and also does not know. I think it is time for action, and we need to go do what we can do.
To go back in time and stop ourselves from having this stupid conversation. I like that idea.
Well, if that happened, you hadn't stopped us, therefore you haven't done that yet, therefore we don't do it. Oh, my head hurts.
So, can I count on you as allies for now to
I'm
assist me in
already
retrieving
heading
this
out the
stuff?
door.
Allies
The
are
Already heading out the
implications
door.
of what you're saying would be incredible for all of magic and the knowledge of all civilized people. I think we owe it to you, to our friends, our colleagues, to the publishing houses.
All right, old
Find the
man.
answer to this.
Yep. Now, I'll follow Color out. Allies might be too strong a word, but I think we're at least aligned on goals. For now.
Good. I will remain here, on this floor. I cannot accompany you above, but I will be here upon your return.
Is that a you cannot or will not?
I'm sorry, I cannot. The body that I occupy cannot enter Ariel Arthas's domain.
Just mentioned of wards. Would those have any impact on us?
I'm sure they will.
Oh boy.
Sounds like fun.
As long as they're not wisdom saves, we should be fine.
Those who are
Alas,
heading out the
they were
door,
wisdom
you do
saves.
notice that there are other alcoves and hallways in this area. Flora, as you leave, you find your way to a strange room that has the door slightly ajar. Within it, your senses can see what looks to be 6 different staves stored in racks along the walls, with room for some more, but the alcoves remain empty.
I step in and kind of sweep my arm and grab them all, and then walk out.
There's a clatter of different material, sounding all kinds of strange material. One of the materials almost sounds like rings true, like some sort of steel. The other one makes this kind of hollow, like toong sound. Almost sounds glass-like. The other one, Cora, as soon as your arm grabs it, there's an immediate recoil from you and your companion.
Oh. Okay. Is Thad behind me?
Yeah, sorry, I meant to be following you out with this.
I grab all of them but that one and point to Thad for a new toy.
Oh, alright, I'll grab it.
Thad, you look at it, you can immediately tell this thing is made out of pure Charlatan ice.
What exactly is it?
It's a staff. A
Staff made of Charlatan.
Staff
Okay.
made of Charlatan.
I hesitate for a moment, but feeling kind of cocky that we've dealt with this enough, I'll grab it.
There's an
And
immediate sensation that washes over your body of kind of slight nausea as you start to hear more voices in your head than normal, which I would just assume is just different versions of your own voice normally. And you just kind of can hear like...
The conclave of Thads has convened.
Oh god,
But
he's grabbing
this-
another log.
Is it like disorienting or anything? It's just background noise or...
It's strong for a brief moment as you hold on to this staff, but your voices of the Thads, the many Thads, pushes them to the
Yep.
background as you
Yep,
hold on to
yep,
this staff.
yep.
You feel bolstered when as you hold on to this thing.
Huh. It's fairly well balanced. Does it look like it's something that could be used to bonk people or something
Yeah,
some
absolutely.
egghead would use?
It is
Ooh.
it has the looks the same or has the length of a staff that you would use in terms of a quarter staff. It may not be, like very basic looking. It actually has some sort of craggy, knobby end to it that is made out of this dark black crystal. But it is the staff thrums with some sort of energy.
Huh. I'll give it a little kind of a little short kata of just spinning it around. This actually feels like it could be a decent weapon. Something weird about it, but I'll worry about that later. All right, thanks for that tip. I'll take this with us.
As you look at what Kolra has in her hands, she has 5 other staves just kind of like bundled up in her grip right now, just kind of walking down the hallway. One of them is a straight stick made out of pale ash with a stern-looking owl's head carved into the top of it. The second one is a smooth, polished length of blue-tinted wood that, as Kolra jostles the staffs around in her arms, it bonks into another one and sounds like metal. It has black veins running through this blue-tinted wood, and it has an octopus carved onto the top of it. The third staff is made out of a strange translucent purple glass, which splits into 3 branches at the top that circle around one another to form a hollow spiral with an orb of lighter purple glass tucked away inside of it. Basically the Gandalf staff. The fourth staff is carved from a golden lasper wood, and it has carvings of fish swimming upriver along the length of the staff.
So there's an octopus and a fish staff, so we got a couple of aquatic themed things.
The fifth one is made out of some strange wood that maybe you can identify as a weirwood, a hardy substance similar to oak. Its shaft is gnarled and twisted. Its top is carved to resemble a human hand that is grasping a snake.
Sure that's not a euphemism?
It's a snake.
Okay. Do they all look the way you describe them? Thank you. This was pretty sick, but those.
Excuse me, this is my staff.
The ones that Color was holding, they all look to be, based on your description, much more like wizardy, castery type stuff. Or could they? I mean, they all have the same kind of general length and size to be used as weapons.
Correct. They can be used as weapon or as some sort of casting focus. The other thing that's a bit interesting is that they all seem very ornamental. And
how are the one I'm holding now?
And strange that they would just be like left here in this closet. It seemed.
Yes, this is like some high level or high quality, expensive shit that just got shoved in the closet.
Looks to be.
And is the one I'm wearing or holding now the Chardolin one? Is it just as ornamental, or is it a little bit more functional? It sounded like it was a little more.
It's the one that is the least decorated out of all of them.
Perfect. Yeah. So for a moment, I look at those sticks and I'm like, bonk sticks. I like the one I got. I'll just hold on to it.
So octopus, fish, snake hand.
Weirwood. There was a weirwood. Was that the snake hand one? Was the weirwood?
Owl head.
Owl head. One that was metallic too.
That's the octopus is the metallic one.
Oh, okay. And then there was the Gandalf staff.
The Gandalf staff.
Yep.
Okay. Neat. I'm not too concerned with them. I got what I wanted. A new bonk stick. Is there anything I should know about this before I try to hit someone with it later, or just treat it like a?
You have a new quarterstaff.
Okay, so everything stays the same. I'll just relabel. Oh, I'll just have it here. It's fine.
Sure. Okay.
I suppose. Sure.
As you all leave the room, you make your way back out to the ballroom area. The broken glass jars of the floating brains remain on the floor. You see a couple doors leading off this main ballroom within the first floor here. Also to the north, you see an opening, and you can feel a breeze coming from that opening that seems that it's more like open to the elements beyond.
Do we ask which way we're supposed to go to find him?
He said up. She said up.
Up it is. After, you?
After you, you like to go first.
I do,
The
but
question is which way is up?
I point up.
An astute observation.
I give you a little slap to the side of the head. Clever. All right, where we go? Here's a door. Let's open this thing.
So
Imagine
as
being
you
talked
as you
down
walk
to
as
by
you walk
Thad.
north that way, Thad, walking
Yeah.
along that area, you can see there's a strange effect on the hallway to the left here.
Uh-huh.
You pass by it, and you can see what looks to be the final vestiges of that illusion that was occupying this area slowly fading out. Kind of like your dispel magic was kind of like around you, and as you kind of got closer, your signal just decided to drown out the rest of the strange play that was enacted in this area. You see courtiers lounging on luxurious cushions inside this circular chamber here, smoking from long pipes and dining on fruit. Against the back wall is a large harp. Its strings are being plucked magically to fill the room with haunting music. In the middle of the room, there's a gem-studded, cubic wooden chest sitting on a round marble table with an octopus-shaped base.
It's still there after the illusion goes away?
As you look at it, you just kind of see it go like the harp disappears. The music immediately kind of ends and fizzles out. However, the chest and the table remain in the center of the room.
I don't pay too much mind to it. I just go to open this door. So if anyone else wants to take a look at it.
Hey, sorry,
yes.
I missed what had the octopus on it.
It was a table where the legs, the base of the table looked like an octopus. Like the table legs were all sprawled tentacles.
Does it look like the same material as the staff?
No, actually, it does not.
Okay, I will walk into there.
Okay. You walk in, you can see that there's this frost-covered box. It looks like it's a strange chest that's just sitting on the table. As you get closer, Crix, you actually recognize it. You've seen one of these before within Yithrin.
Put your head in it.
I have. Oh wait, I've seen one before.
Yes, you have. You actually look at it and you realize it takes you a second to realize, but it looks different because this one's not mounted to a wall.
Oh, it's the food box. I will pick it up.
You have now found a abracadabrus. This one, however, this one, however, is not mounted to the wall and sits freely there, though covered in ice and frost, on this table.
Okay, I will pick it up.
And whistles instantly.
So we have a mobile vending machine now? Nice.
There you go.
Hell yeah. 20 charges.
25 pounds.
One or more non-magical objects worth 1 GP or less.
So it just transmutes that into noms.
Yep. Bowl of hot soup.
Oh, a bag of 20 caltrops. I don't know why that's.
Wait a minute.
Why is that included in the food box?
They gotta attest.
Material,
They gotta
foodstuffs, and liquids.
Yeah. I don't know.
So, one moment. Let's see how many ball bearings I can get.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, he does that. I'm opening this door over here.
All right.
Suddenly a math session.
Exactly. You crack open that door and you find yourself in in another scene that is just kind of slowly dissipating as you walk in. The illusions flicker and crackle as they start to move across the floor, almost deteriorating a little bit slower than the previous one. In here, you see well-dressed revelers milling about, talking loudly to each other, while servants carry bottles of wine and spirits around to refill their cups. Behind a rectangular counter, a bald, pale-skinned humanoid serves wine from an ornate-looking bottle. As you enter, he gives you a curt little nod and look, and gives a bow and gestures to a seat at the bar.
I look around and it's not fully fading. It's still sticking around.
It's now glitching out. You watch as there's just one of the waiters is just pouring an endless amount of liquid into one of the cups. It's not overflowing or anything like that, but it's just restarting.
Well, I'm curious. I'll assume it's probably over here somewhere. I'll walk up and take the seat offered. Or if it's down there, I don't know. Either way.
You take a seat, and the bartender smiles at you, rewinds another 10 seconds, smiles at you again, and points to, and suddenly there's like a glass in front of you.
Does it look like the same sort of liquors that have been served in the illusionary gala?
No, it looks like a beautiful bottle of wine that he's holding in his.
Oh, so like not a glass, it's like an unopened bottle?
He gestures to a glass in front of you, though.
Oh, okay. All right.
Would you like some, sir? Sir.
You can call me Thad. And you know what? Yes, I will. I'm curious to see how deep this rabbit hole really goes. And I'll take a sip of it.
Excellent, Thad, sir. Thad, sir.
He pours this bottle for you.
Slurp, slurp, slurp. What does it taste like?
Tastes amazing.
Good God.
It actually tastes like you taste wine on your
It's not the
palate.
So it's not the static. Okay.
No.
What vintage is this, my good friend? It is very good. Pour me some more, please.
Why, this is a...
That's a complicated name. I'm not going to remember it.
The illusion suddenly breaks and fades as all of the individuals in the room disappear. However, the bottle remains. Give me a dexterity save.
Ooh, yes. 18.
As the illusion fades, the holograph like disappearing in front of you, the bottle suddenly just is in midair and starts plummeting towards the bar top, which is still there. You grab it before it hits the top of the bar, clasping it in your gloved hand.
Huh. How is the illusion holding this?
You saw them interact with you earlier, so that's some sort of strong enough illusion that they have some sort of tangibility to them.
Okay, yeah. So they're like sort of almost like a familiar, like it's not quite that level, but enough to interact. Oh, like it's not familiar, mage hand.
Correct.
Something like that. Okay.
You catch the bottle, Thad?
Yep, I look at it
on the counter.
Mm-hmm.
See a dozen more bottles back there.
Jackpot. I look over. Does anyone see me?
Nobody else is in the room. Would anybody else have followed Thad into this room?
Nope.
Nah.
Yeah.
I was busy getting an abracadabras. Speaking of, I can, with about 3.5 minutes, get 20,000 ball bearings.
Good to know. That's a lot of fucking marbles, dude.
Yeah.
Stonks.
Just imagine hearing him walk.
I'm trying to think of how many. I don't think I can carry too many. No, actually, my weight's pretty low. So I could probably I put a bunch of these in my backpack and just be clanking a bunch. But you said there's like a dozen of them?
Yes, there's a dozen. The ball that you have in your hand is opened. The ones behind the counter are all corked and...
Oh, and actually, yeah, especially considering my recent predilections. One, I'm going to look at the bottle if there's any writing I can read or anything else.
Yeah. You're able to read the date on it. It is 2,000 years old.
Oh, I'm drinking an artifact. Hell yeah.
However, your brain kind of is puzzled. Because you know you just drank out of this bottle that you have in your hand. It was poured for you by the bartender. It tasted excellent.
So, in Thad's mind, he's trying to remember if wine can last 2,000 years. He hits a brick wall, says, nah, probably not. And then wonders about the temporal nature of this place, but in a way that he can't quite understand because time is weird. So then abandons that thought and just starts putting the bottles in his backpack.
Okay. 12 bottles.
And then with the open one. Yeah, with the open, he'll walk. So how much do they weigh? I don't think it's going to be a big problem.
Call it a pound.
Okay, so... And is there a specific name on the label or something I can call us, or just some fancy-ass wine?
It's just fancy-ass wine.
Fancy.
2,000-year-old wine. Great year.
Yeah. No, this is
Fancy ass wine farms.
This is Jesus's favorite bottle. Okay, so I'll pack them all up. I'll probably clink a bunch, but I got room in that backpack because I don't have much else in there except for a collapsible 30-foot ladder, apparently. I'll walk back out with the open one and the glass, looking very. Do my best to give a sort of air of high class and, what's the word I'm looking for? That sort of.
You're
Great
trying to
Gatsby,
imitate,
yes.
to imitate the courtesans that you saw
Exactly.
in there, like walking around with the thing. Give me a performance check.
Pinky up, yes, and my pinky is absolutely up on my glass. Performance.
Yes,
Lyrics.
please give me a performance check.
Oh shit!
This is the best performance Thad has ever put on. With a creak, all your heads turn as the door creaks open, and Thaddeus Sir Crunknuckle emerges from the bar, holding his pinky out with this beautiful, pouring a beautiful river of red liquid inside of the glass. He swirls it around beneath his nose, gives it a sniff, looks up to the heavens, closes his eyes as he revels in the wonderful aroma of the glass, and takes a large swig.
Yes, that is quite lovely. Boutique of ancient. Yes, very
The
good.
illusion is immediately broken as soon as that speaks.
But for a brief moment, it's almost like that had some class and
I was
predilections.
about to worry that Thad got possessed, but he cleared that up for me really quick.
Yeah, I was about to wonder if there was a very strange nature to this place, but I think we're okay.
Don't worry, as I move, you hear the clinks in my backpack. I only found this one.
For a moment, we were glorious. That almost achieved greatness.
Yeah, we're this close. Anyways, what else are we doing? We got to keep finding our way up. Oh, I'm gonna keep drinking this. By the way, it's good.
I go over and Thad stopped me. I wouldn't, but try to just take the bottle from him to take a sip.
No, you can ask nicely. It's kind of rude just to grab it from me. Do you want to taste the wine?
Want taste the wine? Yes.
Okay. Do you know the concept of a waterfall?
I know you shouldn't chase after them.
But you should always check behind them.
All right, you know what?
And you should always be chasing rainbows.
This is not weird, but just close your eyes, look up, and open your mouth.
Uh-huh.
Do you do that?
Neon?
Uh-oh.
Ew.
There we go.
You
Now we hear
do, yeah.
Puts up a hand and says, "To be a priss about it, you can just be our bottle."
But this one's mine. I think about it. Okay, fine. Just a little swig. I'll hand you the bottle.
That little swig is yes. That little swig is immediately a huge chug.
Oh, and if you start to deny, I'll try to snatch it from you.
Yeah, I mean, Colruyt and booze.
Yeah. So what would that be?
As you try that, something you notice is that this is some really good and strong wine. You do not feel any impact of it.
Oh, it's like some non-alcoholic tasty shit.
Colruyt, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, interesting.
The wine has favorites.
Colruyt, as you chug this wine, you start to feel a little bit warm in your stomach. Nothing that makes you sick, per se, but you're definitely feeling the effects.
Oh. And I'll snag it. I'll snag it back from you. It's not what I wanted you to do, but all right, I hope you enjoy that. Seems like it's not really got much of a kick to it, but it tastes quite good.
Yeah, it's lacking a bit of fire for Firewater.
Yeah, I don't think it has any in it, to be fair. It tastes kind of like it, but I'm not feeling anything.
There's a bit there, but I've had stronger. I guess featheries were...
I look
Not
a
too
little.
keen on their winemaking.
I look a little puzzled. I don't feel anything at all, right?
Correct. Yep. Nothing.
Huh.
No joy, sadness, pain, nothing.
Oh, I've
You are,
reached
you are truly Demavan in
I have
everything
re-
but
You finally
name.
found
I
the
found
bottom
Nirvana. I
of it.
found I found Nirvana. Total detachment. Anyways,
Finally found the bottom of the bottle.
yeah. I'll think about that for a minute. It's like, huh. Here's my. I mean, I've been drinking a little bit more than usual recently, but I don't think my tolerance has gone up that much. Hold on. I'll put the cork back in it, put it back in my pack, which clinks a lot, and then I'll take out the flask I have, the endless booze flask, the whiskey, endless whiskey bottle. I'll take an archer-sized finger-up swig. Oh, it tastes awful compared to that wine. Oh, I wait for a minute. Do I feel it?
Nothing.
Why doesn't alcohol do anything to me anymore? What's going on?
From after Cora walks away, she hears Thad say that and says, "I ask myself that a lot the last few years."
All right, we should have a heart-to-heart about that at some point, but right now this feels a little bit more weird. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it for now, but also this is a question.
I look at Thad's thoughts and notice he's immediately still worried about it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, but also I'm thinking about, and I actually probably stop in my mid-conversation, and I think about why I've been desiring the booze so much, and the fact that it doesn't like I can't feel it. Is there a strange interaction going on with this, or is that as that is trying to be as introspective as possible to try to figure out what's going on? Does he come to any self conclusions, any self discoveries?
No.
Conclusion.
You're just not getting drunk anymore, dude.
You just hear one of the Thads in my head go, "Bummer." Huh.
Do we
All right.
all hear that, Thad?
It turns out the voice in my head are just me talking to myself out loud the whole time.
It's really impressive when you have multiple going at the same time.
A little creepy, to be honest.
It's like that Mongolian throat singing where you get like 4 notes at once.
Yeah.
Except with Thad's voice. Oh, that'd be creepy as fuck.
In theory,
I guess.
by the way, I can pull a 100-foot ladder out of my box.
Wait, phrasing.
Oh my.
Although I guess one other question, mechanical question, actually, because this fits in very well to the introspection. Do I feel like I'm gonna like start losing myself or my sanity or my attachment to where we're at, or like
Of course
is
not.
this
You can't get drunk.
because there's something that's been driving me to maintain this sort of status quo, and now I can't feel like I can, but doesn't matter. Is this the most effective like AA that's ever existed? I don't know.
All you need is to be an orc and have magic upon you.
It's simple.
Alcoholics, androgynous.
It's just a 2-part system.
Or just being like the Truman Show and having them put alcohol in things for a while, but then eventually all the alcohol from every drink disappears and can't figure it out.
No, there's nothing really that's like you have no crazy introspection or anything like that. The only thing I would say is that there is something that has changed about you that is making you feel a little bit more bolstered.
Oh, fucking! I know.
Stick. This is a stick I picked up. Do I feel? Does it seem like it's associated with that?
It does. Yes.
Ah, the stick of sobriety. Well,
Keep it away.
I'll put the wine back, the whiskey back, everything. I'm assuming this is as we're probably moving on, but I'll take a moment while we're walking and exploring to try to figure out what's up with the stick.
Okay. We'll get to that.
Inspecting the stick in the dungeon.
So, Cora, as you reach the end of this chamber, you look out and there's a door that just seems to open up into emptiness. About 30 feet across, you see another entryway and a room with a slight glowing light emanating from it.
Oh. No, I don't have much experience in the way of magic and the like, but I've seen enough trapped rooms to be suspicious. Thad, you come here for a sec?
Yeah, sure thing. I break out of my revelry thinking about the stick. Come up. What is it?
We need to get across this room. Can you go check the door for us?
All right, sure. I'll just go check the door. Oop, there's a Crix on my way.
You look out and
Thank you.
it goes out to. You see, Thad. It goes out into emptiness. It drops down hundreds of feet below you.
Oh,
That's what you mean. Okay.
Is it also
Misunderstood.
Would this technically be considered dim light in here, or is this well lit with arcane stuff?
It's well lit. It's well lit in here. There's bright ass
Okay.
lights. Yes. There.
Is it-
However, outside is dimly lit, as there is a gap, 35-foot gap, in the spire structure. On the far side of this gap, you do see a similar open window, and there is another chamber over there.
If you don't mind, I want to roll myself a thing to see
Sure
if
thing.
there's a thing I've learned, and I want to see if that has the gumption to understand this. A 12. No, not yet. I don't know. This is looking a little. I mean, if you look down there, there's a big hole, and there's something across the way we should get to. But maybe there's an invisible bridge we could try to throw some ball bearings on top of. I don't know.
Rex, where's your hypothetical ladder?
Yeah.
That's a good point. I would like to pull out a 100-foot long ladder.
This is totally a fucking like Saturday.
Oh,
Night
it's
Live.
Felix the cat.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, I
Looney Tunes
theoretically can do that. Yeah.
What does it take?
It's gonna be three. It's gonna be 3D printed.
It's literally one action, so I just like pull it out and
Just suddenly you have it in hand.
It expands 100 feet in one action. That is some
How,
acceleration.
Over 6
how
seconds,
far
yeah.
across did you say this was?
35 feet.
30 something. Yeah.
So I'll just do a 50-foot ladder.
So here's the issue, Mr. Crick/Gastroy.
Mm-hmm.
The chest needs to close again.
Between the
Was theoretical.
Yeah, so it is one of those things where it's like
100-foot ladder would be 1 GP.
Oh, really?
Because a 10-foot ladder is 1 silver piece.
Then there you go. Okay, then you did it correctly. Yeah. So, Crix, you close the lid. You think. What do you do?
I pretty much think I want a ladder. I open the lid and it just fucking shoots out.
Yeah,
straight
a
across.
ladder just fucking erupts from the abracadabras and shoots across the gap. Give me a
that's just
quick,
perfect.
give me a quick dex check. Not a save, but a dexterity check.
Yeah, I'm gonna use inspiration on this because I don't want my 100-foot ladder to go down the pit. What?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You're able to fucking aim the box as you open the lid out the window, and a ladder just erupts from the fucking box, shoots out across this gap, and
Please tell me
threads
it
the
hits the
needle.
other side.
Threads the needle and makes its way into the hole in the other room. You hear a clatter as it kind of shatters against a wall. The end of it starts to like break and shatter against the wall inside the other thing. 100 feet's pretty fucking long. I don't know why
I
you
was
didn't
really
just
hoping
calculate
it would hit
it.
the it would hit the wall and shoot Crix backwards.
Oh, yeah, wait, give me a strength save, Crix.
Okay. Strength save. Aw.
Crix digs his claws into the ground as you do get pushed backwards, but not flung backwards. As the man, as it impacts, like you get pushed back 20 feet from where you are, but not
That means I go,
but not flung over.
Because I'm here, right?
Yeah.
That makes me go through Thad and Demovan.
Yeah,
probably.
just everybody gets bowled over behind you as you get pushed back 20 feet. Okay, across the gap there is now a ladder that is connecting these two different parts of the spire.
Alright, everybody, watch your step.
Yeah,
I just do.
I'm just gonna
go
teleport
across.
to the other side.
Oh, I just do monk stuff, and I'm just running across the ladder.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot my grappling hook over.
What's jump distance again? Is it?
It's your strength score.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That'd be funny if we
Just the
all
height of
found
it.
different ways to get across and no one uses the
Yes,
ladder.
go to the ladder.
I have another thing I could do to do that, but I don't think Thad recognizes it yet, so I'm not going to do it.
Hirokin will be polite and use the ladder.
I appreciate that.
Hirokin, give me a dexterity save or a acrobatics check as you're going across this ladder.
Oh boy.
Wish you would have jumped now.
Okay. 11. As you're climbing over this ladder, as you get to the middle of it, Hirokin, one of the rungs, feet slip on it. And then you hit something solid beneath it.
It was an Indiana Jones situation.
Oh my god, I had such a funny feeling.
Here's the thing. My first thought was ball bearings, and then somebody suggested it, so I'm like, fuck that shit.
Well, that's fairly perverse, but all right. You know.
Hey, some people are into.
All right, so
some weird
Hirokin,
things.
you catch your breath.
Perverse,
You catch
not
your breath.
perverted. Different thing.
And I'll
your
just
breath.
move kind of like, whew, whew. Just kind of like then start strutting across.
I mean, I think I already ran across on like the monk stuff, like going,
Yeah, and
jumping
everybody
between
kind
each
of was
rung.
like weirded out by Thad running across as he missed multiple rungs of the ladder.
And then I have like, I'm just thinking, I'm the fucking greatest monk of all time.
Yeah, just Naruto ran across the entire thing, missing like 50% of the rungs of the ladders, and just made it all the way to the other side. All right.
Oh, that's fucking funny. Whoa,
Yeah, there's a twing 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 as Demovan's grappling hook fires across. Demovan, how do you just get dragged on your face across the invisible bridge?
I guess so, yeah. I'm just like,
There's a squealing and squeaking noise. As there's a sound of armor being dragged across a force bridge. As Demovan slowly gets pulled into the room. Kolra is already there. She had gotten teleported in. Valhalla and Kayla's just fucking walk their way across easily.
The smartest of us all.
And Crix.
The smart thing to do is wait for other people to do it.
And Crix, you're the last one with the ladder that had popped out of the thing. Okay. So you make your way into this room, and you look around. It's beautiful. This room has a very unique design to it. As you spin around looking into what you're finding. Ooh, excuse me. Your reflections dance across the mirrored surfaces of this chamber. There are 11 alcoves extending from the walls like the points of a star, each one narrowing to a niche where a gently glowing crystal is mounted 5 feet above the floor. The air seems to hum with pent-up power. You all kind of arrive, catching your breath, putting away the abracadabras. Suddenly, the crystals brighten as rays of energy burst forth one by one to converge in the center of into the center of the room above your heads. As more of the rays intersect, a translucent figure comes into view where their light converges. A bald man wearing a long purple gown. His face breaks into a smile as he sees you.
Do you have a character art for this? I'm curious.
I do not, actually.
Okay. Sounds a lot like sorry, did you say he's bald, robed?
Yep. Bald purple robe.
Does he have a hook for a hand?
Is he floating or is he on the ground?
Yes, he is floating. He's floating in the middle of the air. He is translucent as well.
Is this a recording or you actually see us?
His smile goes wider.
Ah, you can understand. I can understand you. This is quite amazing. My name is Everlast, and I am here to assist you. Why are you here in the city of Yithrin?
I just want to hear more of your speaking.
This is
A
amazing.
more auto-tuned ghost man.
Yeah.
I just want to hear that beat drop. Holy fuck.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can you drop a lyric for me first? I'd be really interested.
My money doesn't wiggle wiggle, it folds.
Oh my
the individual
God.
smiles. You can
That's
hear that his
incredible.
voice, that its voice is speaking to you in a language that you just inherently understand. It's not speaking common. It's not speaking Loras. It's just speaking, and you just understand.
What was it? What was the name he gave himself? Ever or something?
Everlast.
Everlast.
Friendship ended with Veranda. Everlast new best friend.
Yeah.
Did we ever start a relationship with Miranda? I kind of
Well,
got.
it's ended.
Yeah, fair enough.
And he said that his whole purpose was to help us.
I was created by Irolarthus to assist in the restoration of the city, but Irolarthus is lost to us now. He has crumbled. He has become not but a sliver of his previous entity, and his apprentices have transformed as well. But
Do they have one eye now?
they do. Unfortunately, that is their fate. If you do want to help restore Yithrin, I can hopefully assist.
That is possibly
Do
our
whatever
goal,
you
yes.
want.
When you say restore the city, what do you have in mind, and how would you go about doing this? I'm looking at my notes from Veranda, or whatever her name is, to see what he says.
I currently have no programming associated with how to specifically restore the city, and Irolarthus has attempted to figure this out in the past. However, it has all failed. A plan, if you do have one, I would love to hear it.
Sorry, I'm mesmerized right now.
I have suspicions that this may go back to him, but on the other hand, I want to tell him everything about my life.
What if we were to hypothetically play with an obelisk and it reset time somehow, and the city went back to how it were?
If we could turn back time.
The obelisk. This is a possibility. However, that might be unwise, for the obelisk was damaged in the crash of the city. Irolarthus wasn't able to repair it.
He was unable, even with that staff of his.
The staff is what would be used to activate it, yes. However, it has been damaged. We do not know what the consequences of activating the obelisk in its damaged state would be.
Are you willing to partake in the scientific method with us?
Of course, whatever I can do to help, and to help restore the city.
Okay, then we're going to fuck around and find out.
Can you then, if you are willing to do this and it's in your programming to help whatever it takes to restore this city, could you fetch and retrieve this staff for us?
I unfortunately cannot. My other programming prevents me from revealing any of the city's secrets. Therefore, I cannot assist you in getting to Irolarthus' study.
Man, they really thought of everything. All right.
I can, however, teleport to most areas in this tower. So if you do happen to reach the upper floors, I can join you and assist you there.
But you can't take
a call you up.
Yeah.
I can sense your presence within the tower now that you have activated me.
So if we want you, we just be like, come here, Everlast, we need you.
That should suffice, I think.
Gosh, is this gonna be fucking Theo?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. You need to be more,
them.
What?
Gonna have to be fucking over dramatic. Theo Ul.
Oh.
You fucking disparage our branch.
Yeah, Feo's great.
You not just
Shut up. Yep.
Shut up.
Shit. Little branch.
Mr. Creeks.
Yeah.
As you stand within the chamber, you are looking around. You're the one with the highest passive perception. Can you give me just a straight perception check?
I can give you a gay one since it's Pride Month.
Got him.
Hell yeah,
Let's go.
brother.
Would
Do
you...
it.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, that's the gayest.
That's a
It's
gay
offensive.
perception.
Yeah, big gay perception check. You look around and you realize that there is a hatch on the ceiling, 8 feet above you.
Is there anything left of my ladder?
Yeah. It didn't disintegrate as you fucking
Okay.
launched it.
Okay, I'm gonna pull the ladder into the room.
It's kind of tough. There's not 100 feet of space in here. The ceiling in here is 30 feet up.
Well, okay, so it broke on contact with the wall over here, which means we had...
Oh, no. It
35.
started to break. There's a big shattered piece of it over there as well, yes.
Yeah.
However, it was still 100 feet, and there's probably about 80 feet of it left.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pull in 30 feet, and then I'm gonna break... Well, I'll pull in, like 35 feet, and then break it off, and try and get it up at an angle to that trapdoor. And I'm not gonna tell anybody what I'm doing. I'm just bringing the ladder into the room.
You all watch as
Unusual.
Crix pulls a ladder in, breaks it with his feet, props it up against the ceiling, seemingly against nothing, starts to climb up there.
Where are you going, bud?
Is it because we can't see him?
I know something.
He's
Yes, he's
obviously
on a
seeing
ladder.
something up there, and he climbs up, and you actually, Crix, the ladder passes through Everlast at some point, and you get that kind of like strange staticky feel as you climb through him.
Pardon me.
God, I wish I could have been inside him.
Let your dreams be memes. You can climb up right now.
Ladder safety, one at a time.
Yep, that is
We
true.
don't need Wizard OSHA coming in here.
That's the most powerful.
Have you seen this place? There is no Wizard OSHA.
I could absolutely see wizards getting like grumpy about two people on a ladder, but perfectly fine with a pit that leads to a horrifying Hydra.
Yeah, and casting high-level spells that may or may not anger the gods of the realms. Yeah, for sure.
God forbid, in an 8-foot ladder, you have two people on two different steps.
No. All right, so as you reach the top, Crix, you find you can see where the seam of this door is.
I push it open.
Push on it, and a push doesn't seem to do much.
I pull on it.
Pulling doesn't do anything either.
How do we open this door?
Try sliding it to the side.
Glider.
Punch it.
Tickle it.
I was asking Everlast.
Ask it nicely.
You got to be more specific.
I cannot reveal the secrets of Yithrin. It is in my programming.
All right, we gave you a bunch of ideas. Try them.
Okay, I will try sliding it to the side.
Doesn't do anything.
Fuck.
I'm
pretty sure Cole should punch it.
I did say punch it.
I will punch it.
It swings open.
Oh my
god. From down below, you just hear, violence is always the answer.
You just hear that go, fuck, I should have thought of that.
Oh, well, I think we have a way forward.
Above you, you see what looks to be a 5-foot diameter vertical shaft that ends 50 feet above you into an area where you can see a dull light glowing from above.
Damn it, I just broke my ladder.
What's up there?
Climb. Don't be afraid.
50-foot tall shaft that has a light at the top of it.
All right, well, why don't we all just climb up
it.
there? We can get
I can do that. Just one at a time, though. Get off the ladder.
Of course. I'll I will come up last. I will hold the base for stability for everyone else as they climb. Yep.
Is there a floor that I can stand on in the shaft, or is it just straight up from the trapdoor?
It's just straight up from the trapdoor.
Okay, I am going to like Spider-Man my way in there, so someone else can come up the ladder. So
Yeah. Wait. Sorry. How wide was this
But
shaft?
OSHA has
5 foot
nothing
diameter.
wrong with
5
this.
foot. Okay.
So enough to like it's most of you are tall enough, I would believe, to basically just do the fucking hands and feet on both sides and shit up.
The Claude Van Damme just kicks out
while Demovan's on his way up.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I will wait at the bottom for everyone else to figure the way up. I'll hold the ladder and then I'll join last as people. If there's anything we have to do to figure this out, but I'll go last.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll make sure that the ladder is on a non-slip surface with rubber grips on the bottom, and I'll expect that just that holds it for stability. I'll climb up.
Yep, that is UL compliant. Thank you.
Demovan climbs up. I just kind of. If OSHA has a problem with two people on a ladder, OSHA doesn't have a problem with people climbing up a shaft straight up.
It's not. It's
I
not.
don't claim to understand the minds of wizards.
Literally.
Sorry, this is way too close to like real life right now. Let's just.
I can also read Hirokin's thesis. It doesn't mean I'll understand it.
All right. Well,
that's because it's plagiarized.
We will. We'll just say that you all make your way up there. Demovan, you're able to. I'm assuming you're going to shoot your grappling hook up the shaft.
Yeah.
You hear a weird like sound as it hits some. You look up and you can see it hit something that you can't see, and then it falls down and clanks on a ledge and grips some purchase.
All right then, and then just sort of slowly up the shaft.
All right. So everybody eventually is able to make their way up to the top.
One quick question. Sorry, as we're doing this, because I was going last. Can I try to grab the ladder at the top of the ladder where we're going into this and pull it up with me, or is that going to be too difficult with this?
That's going to be pretty damn difficult.
Okay, I'm not going to bother then. If it was easy, I'd do it, but that's not worth the risk.
So
you are a monk.
I know that's what I was considering. But
so you all ascend up this shaft, and as you arrive, you come into an oval hall glittering with frost. There are carvings decorating the walls and long icicles hanging from the ceiling. A 10-foot radius dome of translucent ice encloses the area around the shaft from which you emerge. At the far end of the hall, through this kind of translucent dome, you can see what looks to be two blade-shaped patches of pitch darkness hovering in the air on either side of a double door. There's a glowing green crystal, roughly the size of a human fist, set into the arch of the doorway.
Green is good.
And I will move you all up in there. You are all in this, basically like straddling the hole there.
Oh, so does this dome encase us completely within this room, so we can't exit?
Oh yeah,
okay,
exactly. And what you see across the way is this. Scrolly. It looks like this. I'll out and post.
Hell yeah.
And I take it this dome is the thing that my grappling hook hit.
Yes. There is literally a shape that looks like a blade, but it's your eyes are like it's hard for your eyes to discern what it is because it literally just looks like emptiness.
It looks like a void, like it's messing with the light around it as well from this artwork. Okay,
I will try to grab it.
Finally, a weapon made out of
We are
in a bubble.
You are
We're
in
stuck
a bubble.
in the dome.
Oh, it's over there.
Yes, and they start to advance towards you. Let's take a break as they start to advance towards you threateningly as best as they can, and we will be back in like 10 minutes. Grab some snackies. We'll roll initiative when we get back. You don't need to roll now, or if you want to roll now, you can roll now as well. That's fine.
This is totally the shit. It's the fuzz. Cheese it.
Yep. All right.
Stuck in a fishbowl.
Stuck in a fishbowl. All right. 10
we
minutes.
ready? All right, we're back.
All right, we'll be right back. 10 minutes. Fun times.
want every time.
Then I hate to break it to you, but you're actually eating an every when bagel.
What?
I'm pretty sure it just has a lot of. It's laced with a lot of LSD.
Well, unless
Yeah.
there's also a part of you within it, then it is not an everything bagel.
Auto-cannibalism is part of the enlightenment process.
Yeah, you have to at least bite your tongue as you chew.
I would assume some of your skin flakes have gotten on it.
Mhm.
All right. We got everybody back?
No sun is
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want all
Well,
of
there-
you to rearrange yourselves however you would be oriented as you emerge from this hole. That is important.
Hey, this is not the
Fine with
month to
this.
care how we're oriented.
No, I mean it is to how you're oriented around hole.
Yeah.
I am whole
What
oriented.
if your team
Yeah.
no hole?
Then I don't know. Your call.
Spook, you motherfucker.
You're shit out of luck.
Team Omni hole could be anywhere.
Indeed. All right. What's the arrangement? Where are you all at?
I'm good with where
I'm
I'm
good
at.
with this. Yeah.
Yep. I'm also vibing with the music choices tonight. Absolutely. I was so fitting when you picked for the first part of this. I love that song so much.
All right. So, top of the round is Cora. Cora! What are you doing?
I can see outside of the bubble,
You
correct?
can. It's translucent. Yes.
I am teleporting outside of the bubble.
Give me the post that full text. What it is.
Yes, I will.
It's a point you can see.
Yep. Okay. Cool. So where do you teleport?
At chaos position, obviously.
All right. Excellent. All right. That's a bonus action.
And
once
I
per
have a
turn, yeah.
feeling. This is probably going to go bad, so my action is going to be activate this.
Instant regret. Okay. Great. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
That it is.
All right. This blade, which more or less just looks like a, it just literally looks like a gap floating planar rift in the shape of a sword. It orients itself towards you and will attack you. One swipe. A 19 to hit.
Hits.
Deals 22 force damage.
Oh. Okay.
Nope.
There's been the text there.
It
for the
did, yeah.
vertical.
Oh yeah, there's a spelling error, I believe.
Yeah.
I would assume it means 7d8 and not 78.
No.
Oh, that roll there says 12d12,
Yep,
so
it's crit.
that
It
would
deals
be
90, it
78.
deals 90 damage to you outright.
Yeah.
Does it? Does it have to
Yeah.
roll higher than the d20 roll, right?
Yep. Oh, on
Not
the d20
including the
roll. You're right,
bonus.
you're right, you're right. Good catch, my dude. All right, yeah, you're fine. Just 22. You were at 85. Yeah, you were at 85. Drop down to whatever it was. Okay.
Wait,
Oh,
I'm
never
confused.
mind.
Why
I
is it
see.
not doing that?
Because it actually only rolled a 13 on the 20, on the d20. It's a 13
Yes, we had
plus
natural
6.
18.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
rolling for crits.
Yeah,
Rolling
that's-
a 20 does not
That's
mean
pretty.
you crit.
That would be
Okay.
that'd be insane. Holy shit.
I would have been down.
Absolutely.
Holy shit.
That would have outright killed me.
All right, so now your instant regret triggers.
Yes. They're able to be charmed or frightened.
Very appropriately so.
Interesting. Okay.
Crit is 12d12.
What is
Holy
it?
shit.
What is this? Unless the living spell rolled. An
That's
extra
the
high.
name of the creature.
The living blade of disaster.
Living Blade of Disaster.
Oh, I
Blade
see.
of
The
Disaster.
wording. The wording is a little chunky, but I get it. Okay.
It is.
And yeah,
indeed.
it's at 78
Okay,
is an
wisdom
average of a
saving throw, They fail to become
12d12.
charmed or frightened by you.
Oh.
Okay. Ready. 16.
Good lord.
My DC is 13, so.
Okay, so it saves. All right, the second one will just swings at the closest thing. A 20 to hit will hit you.
Hits.
That is 29 damage.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's Jason Bourne.
Alrighty.
And that one also instant regrets.
Oh, for sure. It's still your next.
So there's 3 creatures instant regretting right now.
It uses your reaction.
Does it?
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry, I have Revivify learned.
Yeah, it's a reaction, so you can only do
Okay.
it once per.
So it's only the one.
Bad.
So I imagine as I come up this, I'm also eating the bagel. Sorry. Oh, I imagine as we come up
you
here.
found a bagel in this
Somehow
tunnel.
Thad has a bagel.
Oh.
Oh. You got the munchies from a lot of wine and whiskey. I imagine as we're coming out of this, we walked up. And I probably have my hand against this. Is this a physical barrier that I can feel?
Yeah, it's cold to the touch, physical barrier. However, you are as your hand left it, Thad. It is then transparent, not translucent. The ice disappears from the heat of your hand, and it's just clear, like crystal clear.
But it's still physically there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Punch it.
I might. I'm just looking at another option real quick. I'm out of my element here. I don't have too much I can. Oh, that might work. I probably won't because that'd be too trivial. But
What you can do?
I'm thinking about dispel magic on these things, but I imagine they're probably gonna be resistant or way too high level for me to do that.
Huh.
Probably.
Can I even? Let's see. What's the range on it? Oh, it's 120 foot. Because the problem is I want to get out. Nope. I'm gonna try to go ahead and first reaction is to try to punch my way out of here. So I'm gonna go ahead and swing at the wall.
Okay, give me an attack.
You guys, this is with my new Shardolin quarterstaff.
Okay.
I haven't updated the name, but being that's just a quarterstaff,
It
it's
is the same.
thing.
It is, yeah.
13 to hit a wall.
Yeah, it'll hit the wall. Boom. It reverberates. All of the ice on the dome falls off. There's now a it is now completely transparent. Area, it's a little bit disorienting as all the ice just kind of like slides off the top of it, and it is now piled around the base of this dome on the floor.
Oh, do I get a sense that this is a force dome then, not an ice dome?
Give me a perception check, Thad.
Okay. 7.
Okay. Awesome. The ice looks pretty.
All right, we'll swing again.
Yep.
25.
Alrighty. As you hit this, your staff shatters.
The Shardolin staff?
Yeah, that was a fucking hard ass hit. The staff.
Well, shit.
The staff shatters. However, as it shatters, the rest of you do notice that actually, let's say no. You start to see it crack. As this happens, a sound rings out across the room. So you still got this stick. However, you watch as the force dome flickers for a moment. Everybody roll me perception checks. Besides Thad, who already rolled it.
Right, okay.
Cora, you can roll yours at advantage.
Damn, low roll. I see all.
Let's see. Hyroken, Kalis, and Cora see this. The strange glowing green crystal that I described earlier, as Thad fucking thwapped the force field, you watched as it went and wiggled in its embedded sconce. It seems that it is very, very precariously hooked up at the moment.
Guys, that crystal don't wiggle, it folds.
And also, Thad doesn't know or recognize this, but he's going to go ahead and use bonus action to flurry of blows. Seeing that the staff is, looks like it's damaged, we'll drop that to the side and 2 punches, 22 and a 22.
Yeah, more sound rings out as the strange kind of like staticky effect still happens. Those who did notice definitely can see that as the it seems that it's every time the loud thud of Thad's fists impacts against this wall of force in front of him, you can see that the crystal itself shudders, the noise reverberating off the chamber's walls, and kind of shorts out, the green light flickering and fading from within it. Force Dome still remains, however. The sound was, whatever Thad did, was impacting it, but not to a fully detrimental effect.
Yeah, I'm just squared up with this wall, and that's right, my turn.
Squared up. All right,
Yep.
Dimavans, what are you going to do?
All right. I have the ability to stab, and that's what I'll do. So I'll take my javelin and I'll start stab.
Same kind of thing happens.
Yeah,
There's no damage that's done to the wall, but once again, you can see the flickering light. I would say now at this point, everybody can see it. The light flickers in the distance. That green little diode just every time that you hear like a poing, brown.
Well, given that there's not a whole lot else I can do, I will just smack it with my shield.
Yep, another loud
To make another boing. Okay.
I just like this. This is like a drum set going off right now. It's like boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
I don't think I can split my turn. I'll just use the rest of my 2 attacks just hitting at the barrier.
Yeah, and you just
trying to make it wiggle.
Bongo on it, man.
Yep.
Alrighty, Hyrokin, got any bright ideas?
You know what I don't have is attacks that can go through barrier.
Can we? Sorry, is it? How bad manner is it to have a meta conversation for someone else's turn?
I don't
Ask
want to do
Hyrokin.
it.
Yeah, I don't want to do it if you
want
want. Yeah.
I was gonna say I was probably just going to, yell to Crix, put some fire on the green flickering light, and then just.
But what if you raged and were able to teleport?
Yeah, it's like a 1 in 10 chance though.
The only comment.
Yeah, but how cool would it be?
But how cool would that be?
But you're saying there's a chance.
A 10% chance.
Well, yeah, or I could just wait till your turn and then go ham on those things.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I can serve those rage charges too.
Well, that's not
Good.
that big of a deal. But
Well, I mean, rage is bonus action, right? And you can just hold your action.
I can't move again.
Right, you wouldn't be stuck here.
Indeed. If you want to just say it to Crix, that's absolutely fine. Crix, you
I'll
can
play
go.
my turn till after Crix.
Okay.
Yep.
Defer turn till after Crix, that's fine.
So, question: the gem is on the above the door, right?
Correct.
Over
It's
here.
right above. It's right above those 2 blades.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna drop water down on the gem and those 2 blades.
Excellent.
So, DC 16 deck save.
Am I in range for that?
No, because I'm doing it straight up and down.
Like a 10-foot.
Yeah, because you can control 10 feet
30
wide.
foot long, 10 foot wide.
There's like a
10 feet
waterfall.
tall. Oh, interesting. Okay.
So
yeah.
10 by it's 10 by 10 by 30.
no chasing those things.
Yeah, so
Everyone disregards.
I'm just doing it like.
Dude, we were just
across like this.
foreshadowing for later in the episode.
Chekhov's waterfall.
Also, I don't think it gets anything. No, that doesn't get anything from being upcast. So let's just. Boop. 4th level spell slot.
Okay. And it will, these things will have advantage on it, 2 saves. Okay.
Nice.
Constitution saving throws.
Dex.
Oh, Dex saving throws. Right. 1, 2.
The void
Both
is
succeed.
dexterous.
Okay, they
So
both
they
save.
take half.
Yeah, they'll take half. However, you do watch as the this blah 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 blah. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. So give me the damage. Oh, you already gave it
It's up
15.
there. Yep.
Okay.
15.
So you watch as the blades get blasted by this. You can see that some of the light that they're absorbed pours out of them as it does do damage to it, though half. However, the better thing is you watch as the crystal that was lodged in the door on top gets fucking knocked out of its little socket. God damn it.
The true reason.
Yep.
Gets knocked out of its socket and hits the ground, shattering as it's flung by this wave. The dome disappears.
Perfect. I run forward.
Okay.
Thad looks mildly confused for a moment.
And I will take a bite out of the void.
I love it, okay.
What does the void taste like?
We're about to find out. It is
Black licorice.
an 18 to hit.
That will, I believe, hit this thing. Yes, it has
3
no
piercing
armor.
damage.
All right.
And I gain 4 temp
Your
HP.
your mouth just is filled with the worst tasting, weirdest staticky feeling. It does nothing to it. Your tongue just almost begins to get sucked into the darkness that is this sword's entity, but you're able to pull back as you save your face from being another character's face from being pulled into this thing.
Sounds like somebody blended up a warhead, Sichuan peppercorns, and some other things and turned it into a sword.
Yeah.
That's pretty dangerous.
Yep.
Fortunately, non-magical attacks
So
seem to
are you
have no
saying
impact
that
on it.
the void consists of Szechuan peppercorns and warheads?
It does.
It does now. Canon.
All right, Hirokin, your
Bring
turn.
some things
As
down
you
for
have
my
deferred
world.
to after the after Crix. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna rage now.
Get mad. Oh, nice.
Alright,
Make con save for one of them.
sure, I'll go with that one right there. That's the one that's in range.
It is
It's like a DC 13, I think. Or 15, sorry.
other magical effects. Other rules lawyers here. Is this a magical effect?
I would call it a bolt of light shooting out of your chest with nothing
No,
else
there's a
aiding
whole
you.
thing, but there's a whole thing on this.
Yeah,
where it's,
like mechanically, it's really weird. I remember running into this all the time.
yeah, like a dragon's
Oh, is
breath
it a
is not
magical effect or is it an ability?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like a dragon's breath is technically not a magical effect, right? Even if it
I
does
would
something
say-
like cold or lightning.
If we're talking lore-wise, it would be things that are connected to the weave, and wild magic is innately connected to the weave.
Yeah.
It doesn't say fuck it, I don't want it to. This is like weird. It's too weird for me. I'll look up the thing afterwards.
The void doesn't like light.
It's radiant, right?
It is radiant damage.
It's radiant damage.
Give me
Imagine it's gonna
that
be
1d6.
Bam, nailed it.
Little tiniest little snipe as it just dinks one of them. Ow! All right.
I like how Hirokin doesn't even have a laser rifle and is still hitting more shots than
Hey,
Had.
that
Well,
is-
that's 2
yeah.
for 2 in the last 20 minutes or however.
I'm
long.
also 2 for 22, or sorry, 2 for 12 overall. I mean, it's all come up Millhouse now, but
And, yeah.
Now that you're confident you're going to miss every shot for the rest of the campaign.
so be it.
It's different.
It's different now.
Oh. Yes. Okay. Now you can come in and are you gonna go in and hit him?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna run and hit the one that I blinked, so.
Okay. So your 2 attacks. Go ahead. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Okay. Both hit, of course. Barbarians doing barbarian things. 20 fucking 4 damage on the first swing of this. Your barbarian's axe just rends through this like negative space, and for a brief moment there's a massive gap, and then it reforms, this living blade of disaster reforming back, and then another 13 damage after it. It's starting to fizzle and pop as you have definitely harmed whatever this thing is.
Okay, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Kalis, the barrier is now down. You are free to do what you want.
Kill Stealing Kalis to the rescue! Oh!
That misses, though. Any bonus actions for you, Mr. Kalis?
I cry.
Alright.
That's a free action.
It's a free action, and that's
I double.
Ooh.
Getting spicy.
The dreaded double cry.
Out of both eyes. Because you have 2 eyes to cry out of.
I do.
That's
the thing you can boast about in this campaign.
Yeah.
I've got 2 working eyeballs.
I have 2 eyes.
I know we were back and debating about the whole wild magic thing, but I'm stupid and it's literally called wild magic, and like the whole thing where it's like, is it magical? It's like one of the things is, does the description say it's magical? Yeah, it's called wild magic. No fucking shit.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. All right. Valhana will step out of the force field and step over to the side here, and we'll just serve her magic and do a chill touch on one of these things.
Why is that a GIF?
Rime from both eyes. Oh, that's a fuckload of damage. What the fuck? Kill stealing Valhana will kill, steal, and destroy. Let me make sure I'm not crazy here.
68 from a cantrip?
Yes.
1 off.
Yeah, well, 68 because crit.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, even 3d8 for a cantrip is pretty fucking.
At this
beefy.
level, that's what it'd be like.
Yeah, that's wild. I love
Can swords be chilled?
Yeah.
Yeah, no damage immunity to that. So you watch as that blade that was right in front of Cora disappears. The light appears where that once was. There's a brief kind of like spark moment of it disappearing. All right, Cora.
Crix and Hirokin would probably notice there's a quick flash of anger as Cora looks over her shoulder.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Before turning to the other sword.
Can I use my reaction?
Cora!
Cora on the back of the head.
Before you go,
Yes?
Blade uses its
Sword set?
reaction.
Okay. Well, that's just
15 to hit
dickish.
you.
It doesn't. Give
All
a
right,
fuck.
so oh wait, I have a thing now for this. Hold up.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Bonus action Hex.
Hex. Okay.
Then we're just gonna do a smack and
Well, that's what's up.
God dang.
Jesus.
All right, so does the hex damage come on now or after?
They would double the hex damage.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
what
on,
ability
yeah.
check are you hexing it for?
Life.
Charisma. All right.
I don't care.
The blade no longer is sexy.
Wait, now we can banish it, guys.
I don't know, dude. That blade is still pretty sexy.
All right, charisma. All right.
It's sexy looking, but it just has no
And
game.
it deals. You got an additional blah 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 damage. Really deal whenever you hit it with an attack. So roll 2d6. Cool. So an additional. Very nice. It is a weird living spell. It does not bleed or have anything associated with that, so it does not need.
I want you to bleed the void.
Bleed the void, please. All right.
Apparently, Szechuan sauce will come out.
All right.
Another good Duncan. Oh.
The 11 will unfortunately miss. Valhana, however, will. We'll do it.
Flash of Jesus.
Susu, buddy.
All right. Valhana will Flash of Genius on Cora, allowing that attack to hit. Nice. Okay.
Whole 10 damage. And
Additional 10
more
damage.
hex.
Damage is damage. All right. On its turn, it orients itself. You hear the blade humming in front of Hirokin, Crix, and Cora. As it will roll 1d3. Just go down the line.
We've triggered its enraged mechanic.
It's Cora.
Of course it is.
Of course. You've earned its wrath.
Crit.
Bring it, bitch.
It did crit!
As it stabs into the ground. Alright, Thad. You are freed.
Alright, I'm gonna run up to the sword. And I'm gonna punch it. Actually, hold up. Let me think about this.
Punch the void.
I'm going to use a bonus for my bonus action. I will use a key point to go ahead and bring out my arms of the astral self. So now I have my yarn encrusted spectral force arms. Now we're gonna punch this thing.
Coward.
I want to actually hit it. You know what I mean? So where's that?
Oh, I forgot you don't have magical punches.
Nope. Truth punch. 15 reversed.
Yes, that'll hit.
Okay. It's 8, followed by another, an 18 for 7 force damage.
Good. This thing is flickering and fuzzing in front of your eyes.
Yeah, I think that's... Yeah, because I used my bonus action. I don't think there's anything else I can do, so I'll just stay there.
Okay. Demovans. This thing is basically...
Oh, sorry. One second. I forgot to roll the damage for the Arms of Truth. I can do its bitch slap. The Arms of Bitch Slap. Or the Bitch Slap of Truth, rather, I should say. It's 2d6 or 3d6 now. Fuck, where is it?
On your character sheet.
There it is. 2 damage, DC 15 deck save.
Hell yeah.
If this makes a difference, I'll be very happy. Otherwise, it's just...
How do you want to do this?
Nope.
Okay.
Alright, deck save. It fails it.
Two more damage.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Carry on.
Alright. Mr. Demovan, what are you up to?
I will start running forward, and as I do, I'll throw the trident at it.
Okay.
Oh,
that
cool.
will miss.
I'll run up here, and then I'll pick it up off the ground, dust it off. Oh, that would have been way cooler. And then I'll bop it with the shield. I don't know if it can be knocked prone. I'm gonna try.
Very good.
Can you knock the void prone?
Yeah.
You knock it prone because it can be knocked prone because it's not a condition it's immune to. What the fuck?
It's just laying on the ground.
It just goes down to the ground.
It's just an oversight.
All right. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that to work. I just plunged the. Oh my god. All right.
Sometimes it just be like a do.
Alrighty, yeah, you take care of this thing. You watch as this blade disintegrates beneath your trident, just completely dissipating and disappearing.
Alright, honestly, I didn't think that was gonna work at all. What the fuck was that?
There's a strange hum in the air as the blades are gone, and all that is before you is 2 large oaken doors. Oh, and then a shattered green crystal on the ground, and some water.
I'll push open the door.
Okay, the door is pushed open. In the next room, you see.
Wait, what loot do we get?
What loot?
What drops from the void?
None loot.
Nothing.
Not dying.
None loot. So, in the next room, what you see is lining the far wall of this hall are 8 doors, each marked with a different arcane symbol. On the wall above them is etched an inscription in Draconic.
Who reads Draconic? Because
that would be me.
Okay.
yeah,
Draconic.
you and Kalis, I think, can read it, right?
Yeah.
I can read everything.
Do you read
Pretty
it?
sure I also can read it now.
Yeah, so you all read it, translate it out. Valhalla then translates it to Laros, as it is that strange gobbledygook Draconic script that translates to the strange Elven language. And what it says is, Speak thy master's name and enter. All of you recognize that the symbols above the 8 doors are the 8 symbols of the school of magic.
Oh, you motherfucker. I see why you wanted us to know our notes.
And that's where we're going to stop for the night, as we'll pick up on this next time.
Ooh, okay, so what was... Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't telling y'all shit. Figure it
Nope,
out.
I gotta dig through my notes on this one. I also almost rarely write down names.
Yeah.
So...
Scuzz is going to punish our hubris.
And if I do write the names, there's usually some sort of perversion of it.
I mean...
come back to bite me in the ass.
That's fine. Here's the only hints I will give you. You definitely interacted with a ghost person and fought and who had a bunch of hands. There was also somebody who you interacted with who was who had the crown on their head.
Yep.
Kalis.
Yes. It was me all along. Yeah.
The witches.
There's the witches. There's some other ones though. I will. The last thing we'll do before we end. I will allow everybody to roll me a history check because I said all 8 of them at one point very recently. I highly doubted that all of you. Yeah, everybody give me that fucking
My
history check.
intellect will show you,
You are all
all.
fucking garbage. Oh my fucking god.
Hey, I've not used my inspiration yet today.
Oh,
Demovan.
Demovan.
While I was in my sleep mode, I was listening to all, taking everything in.
Okay. Here's what I'll do, Demovan. I will send you. You will know the names. You will not know what the fuck they're associated with.
Puzzle time. Let's do it.
Cruel, but okay.
I love it.
So basically, Demovan, what I'll say is you remember there was that moment when you went to the museum. In the museum, there was the
stained glass windows.
Yes.
Exactly.
So we can always
music in my ears.
We could always find a way back there if we need to.
Oh my god, I don't even have those notes anymore. There's no shit. Oh my god. Okay.
Left those notes in America.
That was
They're in America. Oh,
was that after the menagerie?
Yes, it is after the minute.
Also,
Also, I wanted to here now. I'll show you this full art. So you now know it's a living blade of disaster. A living blade of disaster is a powerful annihilating spell given a will of its own.
Dude, that's fucking metal.
That living blade of disaster used to be a save or die spell back in the day.
Yeah, it's nerfed, but as you can kind of tell, it kind of retains its nasty
lethality. Yeah.
Alternate dimension Korra.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay.
In another reality, Korra is a sword.
Well, I meant the figure in the left, but yes.
No, I was thinking about the figure that got hit by the crit and just disappeared off the planet. All right.
I swear I took notes on that.
So it's and I will not fault you. I will 100% allow anybody, if you want to go back and look at the VOD. It's on YouTube if you want to.
Well, that's just cheating, but I have to figure out which VOD it was.
I mean, yeah, it's not cheating. That's researching.
Okay,
it is. It's research. Do your research.
That's not fun.
God. What do you mean? I'm actually curious to see what this. I haven't watched our VODs in a very long time. I want to see what it looks like from the outside in.
Scuzz will just be like, look, view count.
Right. Boogie, I'm sending this to you direct DM on.
Okay.
I
also, I
believe
don't know if y'all heard my doorbell ring. For as small as my apartment is, I have my own fucking doorbell.
That's great.
Yeah, so this is great. And it is the descriptions here. They don't. They have the names, but they don't have any of their association.
Also, I think just looking through my notes.
Do, actually, they do.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, they do. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, then never mind. I was about to say I think episode 51 is the one we discussed this from my notes. It's 50 or 51, but my notes are not clear enough.
Second. Oh wait, I can tell. Yes, it would be. It's 52 probably.
52.
I just was reading fucking No Fun's notes, and I just read we fought the cultist and the cat. And I'm like, what the fuck cat did we fight? And then I'm like, oh,
Of
I wrote
course, you know, the cat.
the cat.
Yeah, I think it is either.
It's somewhere in that stretch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 52.
Because 53 is when we make the deal with, or rather, Avarice offers us a deal.
Yes.
So 52 is with the astral projection and the continuation. I'm pretty sure it was before that though, because it was the museum /
Well,
dome.
here's a good way of telling. I'm moving us over to the Necropolis map.
Yeah.
Because we travel
it was
around
up here, right? Wasn't that it?
You travel around clockwise.
Or was it this one? Which one of those two?
It was here.
Oh, so it's that late. I thought it was something earlier. Okay. Because I thought the menagerie's all the way up here. I thought it was related with the same session or around the same session as menagerie.
Oh.
Huh. Okay, so that's 52 or 53 then. Yeah.
Up there was there. You're probably remembering the library, and there was a theater that you guys did not visit.
Isn't the one where we also
Where was it that
we put the blood in, and we now have the monkey that's following us around that we always forget about?
Oh yeah, he's gone. He's outside.
Oh, okay.
But take care of him. Yes, but that was way up north. That was up north.
Okay.
That was the big glass dome with all the cracks.
Yeah.
We're just gonna get back out there and find the burned corpse of Zero and a very happy monkey.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, was it
have
you're
Zero
asking,
roll
Leon?
a animal handling check?
I was just talking out loud.
Yeah, 29 is the yes, 29 is the music. So yeah, it was one of the last things that you interacted with.
I did not take any notes about that at all.
Okay. So
Wait, 29? So we've spent half of our sessions in the city?
No, location.
Sorry, location 29. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
As I imagine what you meant, because we're in
gotcha,
we're in like session 52. 29, if I go back to 29, was we were in Bryn Shander. We head to the boat Dark Duchess. We find an ice troll.
Yeah.
Then there's Ice Dragon's Horde, and we're like getting greedy.
Yeah,
there's a goat
remind
in there.
Remind me again, CW3, what your group's time was for completing this campaign?
26 sessions.
Did they stop to have fun at all?
Wasn't allowed.
What, do you not know my name?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Was it
That's
just a
understandable.
clinical, like, honestly, was it just like a clinical, oh, we are doing this?
Basically, the way I ran that campaign and that group in particular is every session is like basically a TV show. It's like, oh, hey, you show up here, and then like there's a problem, and then the problem gets solved at the end of the session, kind of thing.
Okay, so you didn't have the same sort of like travel and exploration aspects or anything.
I mean, basically, like there wasn't like the nitty gritty. Oh, I rolled 17 random encounters on the way over. It would just be like, okay, you guys are heading over to the pirate ship. Okay, as you go there, all of a sudden the dragon dicks you. What do you wish to do?
Okay,
like,
so it's
heavy session.
Yeah.
It sounds
You
like probably
ran
less
Game of
combat.
Thrones while we're running Benny Hill.
Well, that group in particular, they typically don't like combat, so it is usually like they go there and they dick around in that area, but at the end of the session, they rep things up.
Oh, 100%. Then you can get a lot more done if there's combat. Combat is like the combat.
That's basically half of what we've done. Yeah.
And not that, but 5e just naturally combat takes forever and a half. So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Especially when you have spellcasters.
That's honestly the reason.
Yeah, and also some interesting conundrums from tonight. You now have a possible quote unquote ally with Veneranda, who is option. on what to
Yeah,
do.
I don't. I'll say right now, I still don't trust that thing.
Nope.
At all.
I don't
What a
trust.
brainist! What a piece of shit you are.
Just because I don't have one doesn't mean I judge those who do.
That's
all
funny.
right.
I mean, but one of the things is you have spoken to her, and then you have spoken to. Oh, by the way, did you like that? Did that voice change thing for the?
Oh, it was
Everlast?
incredible.
That was so good.
It was musical.
Yeah. It's the name
It was
of it
like
on
everything behind, like everything behind your voice was like auto-tuned, but you still came through clear. It was like really weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it,
it
was
also be like
called.
an
It was called
auto-tune-
Evolver. That was like the name of it.
Oh, I could see like almost like
tuning your
angelic.
voice and playing it as a sound a second behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very. And I was thinking about. I was like, this is the perfect one for it because it's that very kind of like celestial, but not really. Maybe it is like this. Like it's a dude created out of crystals. Like what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, you have Veneranda who's asking you to find the staff and activate this obelisk, and then you had got new information from Everlast that the obelisk is buried down. Veneranda was not aware of that.
I thought you mentioned that it had to be. Oh no, she just mentioned it had to be activated.
She said
Not
it
that,
needs
yeah.
it needs Irio Larthus's staff to activate.
Staff to activate it. Yeah. Also, again, the one thing I can't remember is the 8 heads of the schools. What were they called?
High Wizards.
It was that's it, just High Wizard. I remember there's a title or something associated with it.
High Wizards.
Okay.
They're technically Irio Larthus.
They're high already.
I thought you were trying to get their actual names.
No.
What's their social security numbers?
Yeah, I'm not that brazen. Holy shit.
Need those funky 3 digits on the back too.
I got some ethics. Come on.
But yeah,
Anyways.
we're getting there. We're getting there.
I go find those old episodes. I'm gonna watch that one.
Yeah,
whichever
I feel
one
like
has
that would be something. I'm not gonna lie, like I would not fault you for doing that because I would imagine in character that would be something that Thad in between sessions would be digging through his massive amount of logs.
Sitting there, yeah, going through the logs.
Literally
I
pulls
know
out a
what's
log
in
with
here.
just all these names just encrypted in them.
I imagine the like in between episodes we get is like Thad doesn't even look at his logs. He just like places his hand on it, and then we rush into like Thad's mind as he remembers everything that happened as he worked within that log.
Yeah, we just get the fucking zoom in on his eyes.
Yeah, we have that extreme, like from his highly biased point of view. So everything's rewritten in a way that paints him as this, grand conspiracy busting hero, and yeah, it would be hilarious. I would watch that TV show. Is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna end the stream and I'll be back into the chat in a second.
Yep, I
Porkins,
will
if I
be-
miss you, go nanai, I will. Otherwise.
And I know.
All right. Peace
Nanai.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Hey, we are out of here. Reaper, I'm gonna be around in Discord chat, but peace out, everybody. On the stream. Bye bye. See you next Tuesday for more.